All right, and we're back. So this week I'm going to be talking about defining your niche, or how to know what your niche is, or what even is a niche. So why is it important to have a clearly defined niche? Basically, this is what makes you stand out from everybody else. And what we really want to talk about is determining your niche. Whether you're an inspiring entrepreneur or looking to pivot your existing business, finding your niche is like discovering the compass that guides your journey to success. It's important because it allows you to focus your efforts and stand out from the competition and connect with your ideal customers more effectively. It's really about effective communication. If you try and target everyone, and I hear people say this all the time, I want everyone to be my customer. I don't want to exclude anybody. We're not excluding people. What we are doing is trying to attract your ideal customer, because truly you do not want everyone. You don't want that crazy person who's going to come into your business and be ranting and raving and saying nasty things to you. You don't want that person who thinks your business is stupid and is criticizing you. You don't want somebody who can't afford anything in your shop and is just after freebies and is taking advantage of you. You don't want these people. You don't want everyone. You want your ideal customer who gets what you're about, who wants what you have to offer, who values it, and who's going to be an awesome customer for your business, who's going to give you great testimonials. So how do we find these ideal people and draw them in? Well, first of all, you have to determine who they are. You have to know everything about them. You have to be an expert on that person, okay? And then from there, you can build a strategy to draw them in, to attract them, to communicate in a way that is going to appeal to them so that they find you. All right, so how do we find them? Well, first, your niche is really about you. Okay, so it's about finding what aligns with who you are, because you want a business that is going to align with your values, with your passions, your interests, your talents, your expertise. And this is what's going to bring you joy. And if you are joyful in your business, other people are going to want to be around that, right? You don't want to interact with someone who hates their job. Right? We've all encountered that. It's very obvious when they hate their job. And it's not a positive experience for anybody. So we want you to build a business that you feel passionate about. So what are your passions and interests? That's what you have to start with. And it's good to just start writing. Get a piece of paper and just start writing down, okay, what are the things that I'm passionate about? What could I talk for 20 minutes on without any prep time if I handed you a microphone right now, right? What are those things that you're passionate about? What are the things you're good at? Okay, what are your talents? What are your areas of expertise? What do you know a lot about? What about your hobbies? It could be something that has been a hobby thus far, but you happen to be very knowledgeable about it, and maybe it's time to turn it into a business, right? So make a list of all of these things, and you're starting to look for patterns. Now, maybe you already have a business set up, and you're really just looking on more clearly defining that. That's great. But as for someone just starting out, they might just feel lost. And so it starts with self-reflection. It starts with looking at your skills, your passions, your interests, your abilities, and the areas that you're knowledgeable about. Next, you want to look at, okay, who can I serve with these things? First of all, who do you enjoy serving? What kind of people do you enjoy interacting with? What are they like? Describe their personality. Another way to look at it is, what's an earlier version of yourself? For people that are in service industry, maybe you're doing coaching, or you are helping people in some way have some kind of transformation in their life. It can be helpful to look at an earlier version of yourself. Where were you 5-10 years ago? And maybe that is your target audience, because you have been able to move from A to B, to transform or to grow in a certain area. And now you can help somebody else do the same, right? So looking at that earlier version of yourself. Another way to looking at it is just a copy of yourself where you are right now. So, for example, if you were targeting single moms, and you're a single mom and you know a lot about what that's like, and you know what the struggles are and the challenges every day, and you know what they need, and you have some unique abilities that you can help make their life easier. So maybe you're targeting yourself. That's fine. That gives you a little bit of an advantage, because you know what that person thinks like, because it's you, right? So really determining who that person is, and then what's going on in their life. So who are they? What's their age? What's their demographic? What's their home life like? what stage of life are they in? Are they parents? Are they single? Whatever. And then really breaking down, okay, like what are they passionate about? What are they interested in? What do they dream of? What do they want for their life? What do they value more than anything? For people that are doing, you're making something, you have something that you create and that it's higher quality because maybe you use all organic materials or all locally sourced materials to create this thing. So you're really looking for people who value locally sourced organic material, right? That value quality over something that's cheap, right? So how do you then attract those people over people who are going to say your products are overpriced? So you want somebody who values those same things as you, right? So let's make a list. What do they value? What's important to them? What do they want for their life? And then really, really important is identifying their pain points. So what makes their life hard? Okay, so what are they struggling with? What do they wish they could overcome? What are they feeling hopeless about? Or what have they tried that just didn't work? And what do they want to get rid of in their life or overcome or learn how to, they want to learn how to do something so they don't have to deal with a certain problem anymore. This is all different ways to look at it depending on what your business is, but what is making their life hard. And if you could make a list of those things, that is a really useful list for you. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of research. You have to go and talk to people like that, who are in your target audience and really define what it is that they're struggling with. And from there, what do they need? So how can you solve those problems for them in a way that lines up with where we started, with your talents, your strengths, your passions? How can those things that you're good at meet the needs of your target audience very uniquely? Okay. And how is your target audience feeling right now with their struggles? How does that make them feel? Okay, that's very important because when we're developing products and offers and marketing, we really need to know how they're feeling now. Are they feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, hopeless? What are those things that they're feeling right now? And if you removed those problems that they're dealing with, if you help them overcome those problems, how would they feel then? Okay, and what are those feeling words? And how would that impact their daily life if they overcame those problems? What would that look like in their day-to-day? And painting a really clear picture. And if you can walk that journey in your mind, you can say, okay, I've got Susie Jones and she is, 35 years old. She's a single mom and she's overwhelmed and she really just wants to homeschool her kids and she wants to earn income from home. But right now she is struggling. She's got a low paying job. She has to put her kids in daycare and they don't have enough time together and she's feeling stretched in every direction. Okay, so you're looking at this is how she's feeling. She's feeling overwhelmed and hopeless. And what does she want for her life? You know that. So how can you help? Okay, if that's who you're serving, how can you help? What are your services and products and how can they help make this person's life better? And then paint a clear picture. So when you're talking to her, it's like, I have the keys here. I have the tools to help you overcome this feeling of overwhelmed and hopelessness, to earn more income, to keep your kids at home and homeschool your kids in an easy way so that you can work from home. And then you will have, the life that you want, that you will feel relief and freedom and joy in being able to achieve that life that you're dreaming of. That's very powerful. If you can zero in on those key words, those feeling words, painting that picture of what her life is like now that you get it, you've been there too, you know how to help her overcome it, and you can do that in these ways. Right? And really defining that is going to help you with your social media strategy. It's going to help you build a really, really effective website and create really useful products, courses, trainings, workshops, all these things, because you know exactly who you're talking to. So this makes your communication 10 times, 100 times more effective, right? And then you can test your niche and refine it over time. Sometimes we take a guess. I think this is my niche, this feels right. And we get in there and we realize that we need to be even more specific in our targeting. That like if we're targeting moms and you start working with them and you go, you know what, even more specifically, I'm targeting single moms, or even more specifically, I'm targeting moms who started their mom journey older, right? Or very young moms or grandmothers, right? So you might need to redefine and adjust and tweak your audience over time. And that's okay. That's a natural part of the journey, is to just get in there and start testing things out and seeing how it works and learn over time and modify and tweak. And I think if you can really develop that skill that you're going to jump in, start, and learn and adjust and tweak as you go, that's going to set you up for success, because so many people paralyze themselves because they don't have it all perfect in their head before they even start, that they don't start. They just sit there. So don't be that person. Jump in and just embrace the fact that this is a journey and that you will learn and modify as you go, not just because you don't know everything right away, but because the world is changing. It's a changing world, right? And you need to be adaptable and flexible and change along with it to grow your business. And so just embrace the journey and jump in and be willing to learn as you go and make adjustments. But spend some time and make some notes. And I'd love to hear what you come up with in terms of who you think you are here to serve and what they need. And leave me some comments. Like, let's talk about, okay, like, you know what they need and you know some ways that you could meet that need. Let's build a plan. Let's build a plan for how you can start to grow a business around that. It's going to bring you a lot of joy and you're going to help a lot of people. And I think that would be really valuable and enriching experience for you, as well as all these people that you're going to help. So I'd love to help you with that. And over the next few weeks, you're going to see some more episodes from me on things like how to create really effective lead magnets and that are going to meet needs for your audience, and how to speak to them in a way that they're going to listen, and the elements of a website that are going to be really high converting websites for you that are going to attract your ideal person. All right, so that's it from me today, and I will see you guys next week.